Howdy, folks. Welcome to Deadlands Blood Drive here on Dork Tales. Yeah, how y'all doing today? I'm wearing my glasses because I don't care. It's Sunday, and I didn't want to poke myself in the eye. So, howdy, folks. I'm Kelly. I'm the sheriff around these parts. I'm not going to flick it because I did that once, and it really hurt my nail. So there, I kind of flicked it, but not really. So hello, everybody. Welcome to... Wait, no, that's my Markiplier voice. Hold on, back up. Wait, should I do both? The West with Markiplier? Hello, everyone. Welcome to Markiplier's Rootin' Tootin' Shootin' Showdown. Sorry.
Why?
I don't know. I won't.
Fair enough.
Like and subscribe and smash that bell for Space with Markiplier. Anyway, hello, everybody. Welcome to Deadlands Blood Drive. I hope you're all doing okay. I'm going to slip back into the side. Hope you all doing okay today. I'm Kelly. I'm the sheriff around these parts. I use he and him as my rootin' tootin' pronouns, and I'm excited to be here today because this is the rootinest, shootinest, tootinest, well, hopefully not tootinest, game this side of the Rio Grande. I guess I was wondering where the Rio Grande was, but I guess no matter where you are, you're on a side of something. So yeehaw! Today, we are going to be playing Deadlands Blood Drive, Episode 11. And not only that, we are going to be progressing the plot because we are getting near the end of this book of the game. And once we are finished with this book of the game, we're going to have some other stuff that is going to be stepping up into this channel. Yeah. Or maybe trotting up. There we go. Sorry, I'm dropping sound effects you guys can't hear. All right, so folks, we're going to do a quick round. Some amazing news is going to be spread around, and then we're going to start our game and have some fun. Let's do a big circle. Let's go ahead and let's start with Michael.
Howdy, everybody. It's me, Michael, going with he, him pronouns. Today I'm going to be playing favorite cow puncher this side of the... East Coast. Trenton Skinner. Yeah. And oh, by the way, it's Mother's Day today, so happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there.
Yep. Or all the guardians, the everybody, anybody who deserves it. Happy. Yes. All right. Good. And if you do have a mom, call her because you'll hear about it. Otherwise, trust me. I can speak from experience. All right, how many bullets do you got on the board, Trenton?
Hang on, I got them in my pocket here. Let me see.
You got them in your pocket. You got to load up that gun. All right, let's. Where's the gun load?
Is that working?
I don't know.
Can never tell.
Nope, that's the shoot button. Oops, I accidentally shot somebody. This is why you should not play with guns on your stream. Okay.
Bullet goes in, bullet goes out. All
right, you got 3 bullets on the board. Congratulations. All right, let's pass over to Krista.
Well, howdy, y'all. I'm Krista. Hello. It's good to see you. You can use she, her, or they, them pronouns for me. And I play Ida Driscoll. And I apologize if there's any bad audio. I'm in the process of moving, so I'm in a weird room with a door open. And so I apologize if there's any weird sounds.
All right, speaking of weird sounds, let's load that gun. I preemptively cocked the gun. So that was Mike's cocking the gun. Here we go. There we go. All right. And all right, let's pass down to Millie.
Oh, hi. Hi, I'm Millie. I'm a giant nerd. You'll see me in chat as funny-hearted because I'm secretly a cozy, comfy VTuber. On Twitch, I'm a dweeb. Violating the sacred oaths today. My pronouns are they and them or she and her. And today I am playing Frida Heckman, the Jules Vernian nonsense engine from another world, who is perhaps going to see if she can build a tank this game.
Nice. And then halfway to the future is James as Thomas, because you're not in your home studio today.
Yes, I have been isolated from my home studio, so my audio might be a little bit finicky as well. I'm in a bit of a hollow room, so I apologize for that. And of course, my green screen is not working at the moment. Anyway, I'm James. I use he, him pronouns, also known as Otheon, and I'm playing Thomas Catlett, the maybe slightly arcane gambler who's, down with the crawdads.
Oh, wow. Come on, get down with the crawdads.
Get up, get down with the shrimpies. Come on, get up, get down with the shrimpies.
Your mother got up and then she got down with the shrimpies?
Correct, yes.
Jambalaya is the gift that has been given to me. All right, so everybody, that... Oh, I killed Krista. Krista's dead. That's always a good sight. All right, so folks, we're going to be starting in just a second. For those of you who have not watched, we missed last game because we had some player illness, but now we're back. Back again. Deadlands back. Shoot your friends? No, that's not how it should go. So last episode, the characters went and tried to deal with some legal trouble over in the town of Dogleg. They left the they left the cattle drive, went through the Farley's ranch, made it to Dogleg, a little town of about 100 residents. Found that a guy named Marshall Wilcott had set up shop there and was probably a minion of the what does he go by? Colonel Socrates Gault. They went and tried to negotiate the return of 2 of their people, and in doing so, massacred everyone. Because they had heard that Wilcott and Gault were in leagues with the Black River Railroad, which is ran by, of course, Ms. Devlin, the of the Wichita Witches, and that annoyed some people. And got them rooting, shooting, and murdering. So that happened. Then the
I will say I had nothing to do with that. For the records.
For the historical record, yes.
You just enjoyed the fallout.
Yeah, good luck proving that.
So then the characters returned back to the cattle drive to find that in their lengthy absence, because it'd take about 6 hours to reach there and back, the cattle drive had been hit, stolen, and several of their friends had been murdered. Among the dead, let's see, Bert Arnold, Fluke, Alonzo had been killed, Arthur Chapman had been killed, and Barney O'Toole had been killed. Oh, and Ashley Lott had been killed. God damn, everybody's dead. Oh wait, no, Marley Kane. Is Marley Kane dead? I didn't cross him out. Alonzo's dead though. Yeah, I feel like I marked him out. Okay, and then Arthur Chapman died, right? Yeah, he died. Chris Evans is dead. Barney O'Toole's dead. And was Marley Kane? Was Marley Kane one of the ones? The Danny DeVito guy? Was he one of the ones who went to? Nope, he did. If he's not dead, he's dead now. There we go. Oh, he was from Missouri. He was from my home state. All right. Arcane Gambler. Always want to play that. Yeah. All right. Ooh, nice. Good Final Fantasy reference in the chat. All right. So any questions before we begin? I think one of them is that y'all got an advancement last episode. So if you're going to spend that, I think now is the time. So right now, how many advancements do you all have now? Remind me off the top of your head. Like total?
We're at 7 right now. We're seasoned 7.
All right, so seasoned.
That sounds vaguely correct to me.
Yeah, we're at 7.
Okay, I just gotta find that page. So there we go. So seasoned. Oh yeah, you gotta get to 16 plus for that legendary one. Okay. Do you only have 7? I thought you had another one.
Wait, mine might say 8.
I might not have done mine. So
you should all be at 8 now. You should all be at veteran.
Okay.
Quick reminder, in advance, lets you do one of the following. No traits can be raised above D12. You can gain a new edge. You can increase a skill that is equal to or greater than its linked attribute by 1 die type, or increase 2 skills that are lower than their linked die. You can increase an attribute by a die type. Remember, if you're buying a skill for the first time, it starts at a D4. 1 purchase to D4. And then all additional purchases go up from there, because normally you do a D4 at a -2. So basically you're just buying off the -2 with that first level.
And so if I have a skill that is above my ability die type,
so
I can do it, but it costs
a
2.
whole advance, yeah. No,
Sick.
so it does not cost 2 advances, it just costs 1. But if you have skills that are under, you get 2 for 1, basically. And then you can permanently remove a minor hindrance or reduce a major to a minor. And yeah, so that's what y'all can do. And then I thought there was one more thing you couldn't do. Oh, you can only increase your attributes once per rank, but now you're in a new rank. So now that you're veterans, you can do that now if you want. So.
I increased my spirit so that my magic is better.
Yay! That won't come up at all. I'm sure.
No. It isn't something I've been trying to do.
Did you make
for
sure
the
you
last
reread
few
it?
Games. Yes, I did.
It
yes.
is an involved process. So.
Oh, absolutely. You know, it's a big thing for sure, for sure. I was prepping for that.
Okay, good. Good, because I was as well. I read the hell out of it like 3 times looking for ways to make the story interesting. I think that it's going to be
ways to thwart me.
No, actually, I don't believe in ways to thwart based on that, but I look for complications that can arise from it. Because then I'm like, okay, well, if you were going to do something crazy, like this guy killed a bunch of your friends and kidnapped your cattle, and you want to turn him into like a fly, and then just squash him, or maybe not a fly, maybe like a snail. That's probably easier to catch. But if it wasn't, that'd be great. So you want to do that? How do we keep like the momentum and the tension in the story up without just being like, oh yes, well it doesn't work? Because that's the worst thing you can do as a game master, is just say, oh, it doesn't work because that's inconvenient for me. If you're about, by the way, quick aside, if you're ever about to do that in a game, what you're actually saying is that doesn't fit what I want this game to do. You are fine to go talk to your players about that, but listen to what they say, because if it's what they want to do with the game, they're at the table too. But also your opinions matter. So if you're playing like a super serious game and people are like, I want to dress like a clown and then like, drown them in the ball pit at McDonald's. You're like, kind of a strange choice for our medical drama game. That is a conversation you can have. However, if we're in a Deadlands like Wild West game with witchcraft and you want to cast like a Cersei style spell on somebody, it's literally thematic to the game. So I can't be mad at you. I mean, I can, but I'm kind of a dick if I am. Right?
This is very fair.
So
also, you've given me ideas for the ward.
Stop clowning around.
The darkest timeline of the word.
The darkest timeline of the word. We already had that. There was like, wasn't that the one that Robin ran where the entire hospital collapsed and it was an earthquake zone and everybody was like,
but then it was all a dream.
Yeah, it was
Wasn't
aliens.
it all my character's dream because a bunch of aliens and werewolves showed up and yeah, I can't remember.
Aliens?
I remember there was one where I woke and then your character tried to make out with my son. I remember that much.
They were much older than it sounds.
Here. Yes, no, he was an adult son.
What happened here? Oh, my background's changed. What?
She M&Ms.
There we go. We'll use that. All right, so
World of Darkness is now accepting Word applications.
Apparently, listen to my words. I think Christine just burned some popcorn. That smell of burnt popcorn that just kind of like wafts in. You're like, wait a minute, something's wrong at the ranch. All right, so with listen to my words. Okay, yeah, it's great. Okay, so anybody have anything they need to run by me or want to mention before we start play?
Do we still have our wounds from last game?
Yes, you probably do. You probably do.
Okay. Okie dokie.
Let's just take a look at healing real quick and make sure like what the timeline for that is. Healing wounds. Healing. 96. Okay. So healing. Healing skills used to remove wounds. Character may only attempt to heal wounds in a patient once within the hour they were sustained. Failing the roll means the healer is unable to treat those wounds. Once the wounds are over an hour old, only natural healing. Okay, where's the chart for that? Natural healing. Make a vigor roll every 5 days. Success recovers 1 wound. So does that mean after 5 days pass? Anybody have any magic healing abilities?
Nope.
I only have the opposite. I do have the healing skill now.
Well, you're outside of the golden hour, so unfortunately, y'all are pretty wounded up.
I mean, I guess I could swap it. So in my advance, instead of taking the healing skill, I go take a healing ability.
I mean, your call.
Can
I don't know
Thomas
what
just drill
exists
down to, like,
under
Crawdad Max so
Savage
we can
World
just
for
like hide
that.
inside the chipness outsides?
What is this? Page 156 in the
Gonna be
core book,
crawdad
right?
scenes.
Call me the Crawdaddy.
I'm gonna go through PowerPoints like delicious candy.
I mean, if you want to take it, take it.
Well, I have no idea what even exists for healing. I'm just taking a
For
quick
healing?
look.
So that would be...
There's empathy.
There's got to be just like a quick power for that. Because this game has all sorts of... weird powers.
Healing. So toppings on your hands, touching the victim with a holy simple prayer. Healing removes wounds less than an hour old. Success removes 1 wound, and a raise removes 2. The power may be cast additional wound within that hour.
Okay, so if you...
I can
so greater healing is
spend
plus
a
10.
completely wild amount of power points to do to restore any wounds.
Okay. How do you get more power
Does
points on a mad scientist?
That's a good question. I think you just get them from
I think it's just like normal. I think you get them every 10 minutes. Just 1 point every 10 minutes.
So does that mean it just takes 100 minutes to generate this? How do you... So how do you
Oh,
You
spend...
mean like a max? Their maximum?
Yeah, no,
well, it would
like,
be
it-
13
it's
power
like an
points, so
automatic refuel.
130 minutes, I guess. So every 2 hours and 10 minutes.
powers expire?
Sure. Why don't I swap it out so that instead of taking the skill, I grab because I can do that with an advance, right?
Yeah,
Get
you
a new
grab them.
edge, increase
Yeah.
the skill, increase 1 out to a die.
So I'm assuming that a
Hydrants
power
or
counts as an edge for
and
purposes of
power.
Uh,
I feel like it does.
There's a edge that gives you additional powers. I think you get to pick 2.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah. So you take that and then you get the 2 new powers and then you
Let's see.
and then you have the
so-
powers. But you can only take stuff from your discipline. So or whatever you can only take mad scientist. I don't think I can take any healing because it's not on my
I mean, I think mad science and healing makes sense, though.
I think that makes sense. I think it might be mad scientist and maybe like the religious one is are the 2 healer types.
Yeah, Blast seems to have it. I think Team Masters have it.
Weird science is their cane skill. Here we go. Mad scientist. Powers available. Healing is on there.
Okay, brilliant. Then sure, I'll take that. And which page is that on, just so I can find it quickly?
668. Almost nice.
Almost nice.
So close.
There's Blast Vine Bolt. There's my burrow. I guess because I'm getting 2 of these, right? If I take that edge.
I'm double checking that edge real quick. So that is
All right,
new
rules adventures for
powers.
system. We're not familiar with.
May learn 2 new powers, which may be taken multiple times. You may choose any powers of your rank or lower normally available to that particular arcane background. You can add new trappings on the power you already have instead of gaining a new one. You might add ice to firebolt, for example. So.
That's kind of interesting. What are trappings I could add to zombie? But I'm going to take healing. So I'll sort this out on this end over here.
Cool. So let me just quickly refer to what else you could take that could be kind of cool. Let me see if there's anything jumps out that I could suggest. Boop.
It's on page 162.
Bolt boost trait, burrow, burst, confusion, damage field. Deflection could be kind of cool for you. Drain power points. That's kind of gross.
Do I get them? Or did they just drain?
Well, that's
something?
a power. Drain power points. So that is... boop.
That one might be a
Drain.
good end to have because I've got a fair chunk of power points and I regenerate them pretty quickly because I've taken edges for that.
Release cylinders themselves.
I just
Power
can't
exposed
heal.
by the
Maybe you
target
can-
spirit.
Siphon
Drain
off them.
power points. Yeah. So...
Mhm. Oh, siphoning off of your fellow players. That's really clever.
Zombie. Oh, you could do teleport too.
Yeah, I was considering that one because that always seems like a nice, easy one.
Also, puppet, mind wipe, invisibility, intangibility, fly, fear,
I feel like
environment.
teleport makes sense with sort of the lightning themes.
But like whatever you want, you get 2 powers. So have fun. So I'm guessing that if something costs more power points than you have, it just takes a long time to spend into it.
I suppose I'd have to wait until I have the points back to do it. So teleport is on page.
Oh, so it's 5 points
170.
per hour.
Okay, good to know.
So you have to actively be resting during that. So
There's
does that
a maximum though, isn't there? Because
Yeah,
my max
we-
is 10.
Yeah. What's your max?
Yeah, minus 15.
Okay. So that means that you have to.
Mine's
It
15
will
as
cost
well.
me basically everything to do this heal.
Cool. And then you wait an hour, or wait 2 hours and do it again. Okay. Cool.
I mean, I think wait. Yeah, 2 to 3 really.
Yeah, it'll be 2. It would be 3 then, because
It's
then
just
you.
13 points to do it.
All right. So, anybody else buying anything crazy, wild, mischievous?
I don't believe so, but I think I'm realizing now I only took 1 power on my last power up, thinking I only got the 1. So
Hmm.
I'm a silly goose and might add another one while I read through.
Might
this.
I
Otherwise,
suggest
I'll be short.
Wichita Witches get?
I have
Ooh.
all of their special abilities.
You have all the special ones? Okay.
Beguile and Transform are the 2.
Okay. Don't forget the whip thing, by the way.
The
Read their write-up. You get a special whip ability.
Oh.
If you use a whip, you can change successes into damage. No one else can. Normally it's an
forgot about that
entangle, but if you're a Wichita Witch, you basically like infuse your whip with power.
Intriguing.
It's
Cool.
it's buried in the flavor text.
Okay, that's probably why, because I read all the flavor text through once, but I must have just skimmed
So it's
it.
under
Thank you. Interesting.
somewhere
I'm on
in
the
there.
page right now. It's like page 21 or whatever in the second
Yeah,
book.
so it's under Wichita Witch, the actual like
Yeah.
Wichita Witch edge, and it's the bottom paragraph. The Wichita Witch also learns to charge their whip with violent energy. 1 power point, free action can be triggered after they hit. If you hit with a raise, you can add a bonus die to the damage as usual. So
Oh, but don't I have to take that?
no, that's just
Or do
well,
I
you
just get them?
you get that as part of the Wichita Witch edge.
Which I didn't like take that though. I took
You
it
did-
as I took that as my class, but I didn't take an edge. I didn't spend any points on an edge.
Didn't you
Just like I
take?
spend points on the familiar.
Yeah, well, you can't have Wichita Witch powers unless you're a Wichita Witch.
I'm so we'll assume that I did then. Cool.
Okay. Because it gives you the arcane background.
This
Does
is
it?
this is one of the things that I feel like
Hold on.
Savage Worlds throws me a bit, because it's like, here's a class, but you actually have to buy these things to be the class, and it
Yeah,
kind of
hold on. So, background, so traits, edges. We're new at this game, and it is
only 11 episodes in. We're fine.
arcane background. Oh yeah, so you bought arcane background,
Yeah.
but you didn't buy Wichita Witch.
No, I didn't know I had to
What does
do
this
that.
do?
You right?
Well, but the new powers aren't limited to witches because you were playing someone who ran away from it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so you can't do the whip thing. I'm taking that away from you because you didn't buy
That's
Wichita
totally
Witch.
fine.
You still have the powers, and you took enemy. So there we go. Or hunted, or you took something.
I took Grim Servant of Death.
Yeah, because you took the edge background witch, which gave you 10 power
sounds
points.
right.
Yeah, so you just don't have the specialty. Okay, cool. Might I suggest you take... Actually, these are all pretty good. Have fun.
I'll do
Well,
some digging.
What
I'll
the hell
let
is
you know.
Banish? That sounds fun. Disguise. That could be kind of fun. Dread is another good one. Cool, cool, cool.
I need my very slow computer to actually load things, so I'll keep
Oh.
looking at this. Let us continue
Look up
being
puppet.
traumatized over our lost friends.
All right, any last things? Let's go ahead and get rolling. All right, y'all ready? Okay. Right, let's get into Deadlands Blood Drive. My bullets didn't load again. Hold on. Come on. Load, damn it. Bullets. Bullets. How are my bullets not loading? I'm the American here. If you're gonna go fall, Krista, be sure to mute or to unmute, because I want to hear it. There we go. Come on, load, damn it! I got bullets to use. Oh, but that you were there we go. Aha! I have bullets. Do I have 4 or 5? I have 4. Yeah. Wait, no, I have 5 because there are 4 of you, and I got that extra. Whoosh. There we go.
Yep, 5.
We got 5. Okay, here we go. Shotgun cocking. There we go. Okay, so bullets at 241. All right, cool. Let's get in this. We got a couple hours to play and shoot people. Let's start the game and listen to the sound of motorcycles. Nope, that's too happy. There we go. The remnants of what was, well, the lucky-ass cattle drive remains around you. After the ensuing carnage down at Dogleg, you return to a gruesome sight. You gather up the dead, you nurse the wounded, and you know that, well, aside from Luke, Abby, and about 6 others, the rest have been taken. Bill, Javier, and several of the other drovers were taken. Abby urges immediate action. Fire in her eyes like you never seen. But as she tries to rile you up, as you begin gathering things, acquiring some of Gault's blood from where Barney winged the man, Luke steps up. Now, I know you all want a terrible reckoning to come down on these folk, but that bastard's got 30 shooters or more. I know you're hot stuff, and I know you all know it, but that's too much even for you. I think we ought to ride to the next town and see if we can hire some guns of our own.
How long ago were they here?
Well, they showed up not long after you left, so better part of 10 hours?
Shit.
I mean, it ain't gonna be too much trouble to track them at this point. I mean, they got more than 4,000 head of cattle with them. You can just follow the punctuation of cow pies out that way. But even then, it's a lot.
Well, most of them is going to be tied up, running around, chasing and managing cattle. Couldn't we pick them off one by one?
I don't think they're going to be caring about the cattle too much. I think they probably got them penned in somewhere.
Yeah, they didn't want the cattle for the cattle. They wanted us to not have them.
But, I mean, if you picking them off one by one, I mean, I don't know what kind of gun you're using. Mine makes some noise. And looking around here, let's see. Well, they took Maggie. So we've got Don, Ihane. They took Homer. So that's what? You got Mac with you and Ed Peck. And we got Ollie. Did Ashley Lot die, or did they just take him? I think they just took him.
Yeah, I can't remember. I had 3 people crossed out on my list.
So they
Ashley, sorry, 4.
Let me just double
Ashley,
check.
Barney, Alonzo, and Arthur.
Ashley was listed as dead?
I had him marked off.
Okay. I do have a slash through his sheet, but it's been like a month, so. Ashley, Alonzo, Arthur. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I remembered it being both of my romantic interests.
Sorry about that. So then we'll say that he took Maggie and Homer as well, along with Javier and Bill, which doesn't leave you with much of a crew at all. Leaves you with Ed, Mac, Ollie, Ihane, and Dawn, which is not the A team. I guess that means Marley's alive, though. Okay, cool. He took Marley as well, then. So Danny DeVito has been taken.
This might be a situation where we need to cut off the head of the snake. If we can get Tessare, we might be able to shut this down.
Do you mean Gault?
Maybe.
Okay.
Which was Gault again?
Gault is the outlaw who's roaming these parts.
Oh, it was Gault that did it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Krista is very confused. I fully thought it was the same people.
No. So
Okay.
allow me to reiterate, because it's been a month. This is Abby's. Hold on. Imagine I'm tearful. Hold on. I can do this. Gault's raid struck not long after you left. We put up a fight, but there were just too many of them. A few of us rallied up in that stand of cottonwoods up there, but Gault, he ignored us and took everything. He also got Bill, Javier, and several of the boys. So, there we go.
Beautiful.
Cool.
Okay. Changes things a little bit.
Yeah.
But honestly makes things a little easier. Okay, cool.
He definitely makes things easier than casting a spell on Tessare is probably harder.
Okay, well, I think maybe we, indicating my three companions, should go keep an eye to make sure that you guys, at least you all, get safe to the next town, and we will meet up with you there. And if we can wrangle anything, I think we can. We'll send for you to come get the rest of the cattle. But you're right. If they've got a small army to them, we're not going to be doing much. But if we can take out Gault, maybe the rest will disperse.
I mean, is that something you want to risk? Because they could just kill Bill.
That's what we're hired to do.
I think we should ask for help. If there is someone in the town who also hates these scum boys.
Well, I say we should ride in there and just call him out in a duel or something, Abby says. Can't y'all do that? You're a gunfighter, aren't you, Mr. Skinner?
They put the kid in the ground. I don't know if I'm the one to be calling out Gault like that. I mean, I ain't afraid to do that, but all it takes is one of his cronies to put a bullet in my back, and that's a problem. I'm not going to end up buried next to the kid.
That's why I think we need more people. But regardless of what you do, Luke will say, I'm going to go and look for some backup. You can come with me or not. If you want to go right there and get yourself killed, that's your business.
I think it's worth keeping an eye on them. If they sneak up on us again, we're as in worse of a situation than they were. If we're going after them and we're aware, we stay downwind of them.
Once they dump off whatever they've got, they might well come back and try to finish the job.
Why would they come back? They got everything they need. They got 5,000 head of cattle. They got people they can ransom. People that actually matter.
These are the same people that tied a couple up in a bag and hung them over a fire to desiccate while they were alive. I would not put it past them for a fun time to come back and slaughter the rest of you.
Well, we're not going to be here, so it ain't going to matter anyway.
I think we should go together to the town, give them time to do the ransoms or any of that things. And then we should see if anyone wants to help us. And then I think we should kill them all.
Yeah,
Bless you,
I'm with Frida.
Not against it per se, but we need to just do it smart. So perhaps going to the town is a good way to do it.
Well, what are your options then? Luke is gonna say, because right now the next town that I know of is Exposition. It's about 6 hours a ride, 4 if you're hard, but I don't. If you do too much, you're gonna be out for the next day. It's the end of a rail spur. I know it has a telegraph office. If any of you got any fancy connections back home?
Out of character.
Yeah.
Gault Gault doesn't have any connection to Devlin. It was the town that we went to that had connection to Devlin.
So you heard that the guy Wilcox that was running the sheriff's office for him in Dogleg was either working for or connected to the Black River Railroad.
Right, but this Gault guy is just his own thing.
Gault basically controlled Wilcott, as far as you could tell.
Okay, so they are in bed together
as far as you know, yeah.
Okay, got it.
So, and then trying to think of any other thing that you need to be reminded of, because it's been a while. Let's see. I think that's it for now. Gault's been going around causing all sorts of trouble in the area. Pissing off the Farley brothers. What am I saying? Not Fairley, Farley. And causing some trouble in the area for sure.
Okay. Well, thus far, all the folks that we've come across are too afraid to do anything about Gault themselves. I don't know if wrangling up together would do much, but people are often braver in groups, but getting them there is tough sometimes.
I can't think of anyone to telegraph either. I mean, we can't let the army know that that this Gault fellow is running around with the prototype thing. Eh? Would that get them interested?
Well, I mean, interested in. There's likely no way we'd be getting the cattle back at that point, but at least Bill would be. I'm sure Bill would rather he be alive than have his cattle.
I wouldn't be too sure about that, if you know Bill.
Fair.
But I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Was when the army showed up, this prototypey?
It's a.
So I'm thinking rightfully, I'm talking about lying to the army to bring them down on Gault's head.
You think you could manage that type of lie over a telegraph?
It's hard to pull a bluff over a telegraph.
And even if they did, they'd probably be weeks to the area. I have no idea where the military is around here. I just want to find a way to help these folks. Bring back those poor prisoners and do away with all those damn monsters.
Perhaps Luke is right. We should get to Exposition as quick as we can without further injury to ourselves, and then regroup there and decide what to do. And hope that they haven't done anything to their prisoners by that time.
I expect that's all we can do.
Speaking of injuries, I had a character question.
Yeah.
Those who were wounded in the giant gunfight y'all got into, have we already sorted that out, or should we do that as part of our trip to the town to do the healing on yous?
Good question. I guess because the healing has to be done pretty quick, right? Like
Not for her anymore.
oh,
It is certainly it's certainly much cheaper if I do some of it quick. I think I would prefer that, but I do think we sort of missed the first hour window.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I think we're into the much more expensive version at this point.
what time of day is it?
Right now, it's going to be evening.
Okay, well, it makes sense for us to bunk down tonight. We'll just keep extra watch, make sure that we keep the fires lit, and don't let anybody sneak up on us.
So, quick note. So it's a couple of days since the beginning of the chapter, and then like a couple days travel up from the Fairley farm, and then a week after Roswell, you cross the. So I think you're about 2 weeks ride of a cattle drive from the Roswell base. I think that's accurate. So that means that call in the army, if you did try to do that option, you could probably get them here in probably a week. I think that would be pretty reasonable. If it takes 2 weeks for a cattle drive, probably a week for a small platoon of soldiers to ride up on their own. Like that's pretty quick. Maybe a little bit quicker than that. I say because it's not in the book, but it's hey, that's
Sure.
it would be a hell of a check to try to convince them over telegraph, but shit. See what you can do. I don't care. Let's have fun. Because I forgot you still held on to the prototype, so you do have evidence to plant if you wanted to. So you could make this.
Forgot about that too.
We held on to a prototype.
You did.
Excuse you?
You did.
Yeah.
Wait, did I?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
I remember
did.
this.
You
And
totally.
then y'all kept me away from the nerds because I was going to tell them all excited about this cool prototype. I recall.
Yeah. So you guys
Did
have
we
the evidence to plant too, if you
I
wanted.
think we had the blueprints for it or something like that. So I don't think we had the actual device, right?
I mean, you could Robert Downey Jr. A device up with those blueprints, though.
Quite likely. Yeah.
It doesn't have to work. It only has to half work. It's a prototype.
And also, we need evidence connecting to it, so we could be like, yeah, we saw, we recovered some blueprints. The number is blah 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 blah, and they're going to be like, oh no, because that'll be confirmation.
Ooh, actually, hold on. Where's Roswell? Sorry, I'm double checking something. So is that closer than? I'm actually looking up military bases on a map right here to see if this is like a legit plan or if there's a quicker way to do it. Where the hell is Roswell? You think that it'd be easier to find. Roswell, New Mexico to Exposition. Let's find out. Roswell, New Mexico to... Oh, actually, that's not very far at all. Well, it's 200 miles, so it's 2 hours by modern transit. So this is hard riding, 200 miles. Horse could probably get, 20 miles in a day? Like, safely across the plain? Well... Okay, someone Google how many miles a horse can ride in the Old West. Horse miles Old West. Normal day was 30 to 40 miles. Okay, so yeah, it's 5 days. Chill, shit. I tried. Did they change Exposition?
But you said a railhead was nearby, right?
Yeah.
So there could be like a contingent that could move out for it.
Well, I mean, you got to go to that town anyway.
Because they ride around, right?
Yeah. You guys got to get there anyway before you can even think about that, so.
Yeah.
The chat's saying that's going to be an interesting search history, and I would like to remind the chat that I'm a professional writer. All of my stuff is admissible in court. I really got to be careful about some searches. But yeah, okay. So, so what's the plan? Do you think that you can
Exposition?
actually manage that? You look like you're half dead in the saddle.
Oh, yeah,
yes,
she's
before,
like
before
totally
we
gone.
go anywhere else, I think we should do some. I have an idea. I think I can help you. It is distinctly slightly separate from the other thing.
I appreciate that. I don't
think-
much like your other sides.
We shall see, probably.
Yeah, Ida, you are like a feather's fall away from just being
Oh yeah, I'm at
incapacitated.
3 wounds. I'm
You're at 3 out of 3.
she definitely like hasn't gotten off her horse. She is having this conversation from like atop her horse, like holding a side while she's like slowly oozing out. Just like completely gaunt. Yeah. But pretending it's all totally fine. Yep. Yep. Guess I'll just get off the horse. Just let me get down here.
So if I'm recovering 5 every hour or so, so I had spent 8. Has it been 2 hours since the gunfight that we had?
So it has not been 2 hours of rest. So riding a horse does not count as rest.
Right, okay. So we will need to rest before we can do this healing stuff.
So, well, you guys are
Healing
staying
in.
there tonight, so you can probably do that. So let's go ahead and let's do the roll up because everybody was going to bunk down for the night and rest. So
Okay, sounds good.
basically, what you need to do is a weird science roll.
Yeah, it looks like success is 1 room, 1 wound, a raise is 2. So I can't possibly fully heal you with this. But I can hopefully remove 1.
Hopefully 2.
Yeah, that I mean that'll put me
We'll
at
see.
what,
We'll see on the roll. I'm at a D10 and then the D6 for being a main character.
Okay, so,
I have rolled pure crap. I have no successes. Let's spend some bennies.
so what I'm gonna say right now, though, since we're gonna retcon some stuff, okay? So we're gonna
Okay.
say that most of the people who got hit, so of the 4 people that died, we're gonna put that in quotations. Anybody for every sub, I'll let you attempt to try to save one of their lives with magic healing. Basically, they're beyond repair, but if people, so we'll say every
Wait,
sub.
you mean the ones that we approached here in camp and they're sad and dead?
Yeah, because
Were they just dying as
Barney
we
died.
arrived?
Barney died on camera, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
And then Arthur and Ashley are dead, but maybe they're just mostly dead because there was
we
no.
could turn them into zombies.
Well, because you had no way of healing them, so it was like, oh, they're dead. Like the best you can do is
Yeah.
slit their throats at this
But you-
point, really.
Yeah, although
So
to me,
they potentially were bleeding out.
like,
Yeah, they're bleeding out,
mechanically,
but you
I only have
can't-
ways of healing them as of like this session start, right?
Right. So basically,
I think it's up to you.
I mean, it's up to the chat. So I'll just put that out there.
We could always turn them all into a zombie legion. I'm sure they don't like that. They're kind of terrifying and strange zombies.
Do subscription or new Patreon.
Speaking of
join?
zombie legions,
Yeah, join
let's see
the
what my reroll
Patreon
looks
and I'll
like.
allow it too.
I rolled worse. I did not snake eyes. I have a 1 and a 2. So this science is probably not going to go terribly well. Just to let you know there. Could be worse though. There goes a lot of PowerPoints.
There we go. Oh, Corvus just
you can roll
donated
again,
2
right?
subs.
Like you can use another Benny.
Another Benny. All right.
Wait,
So
I thought I can only reroll one.
as you are healing this, you're gonna hear.
You can use as many bennies as you want for as many rerolls, correct? You can just
Unless
keep
you double
rerolling,
snake
unless
eyes.
you get snake eyes. Yeah, and you haven't
I have
snake eyes.
not yet gotten snake eyes.
Okay, so Corvus just donated
Oh
2
my
subs.
cripes.
So
I have a success with a raise.
okay, so you're gonna heal Ida. I'm gonna say that your new scientific formula, because Corvus donated 2 subs, is going to replenish your power points for purposes of rescuing an NPC or 2.
All right.
So I got a
How do we
question.
decide which ones?
So Corvus, we've got Ashley Lott, who is a broken nose, Gaston type. We've got Arthur Chapman, who's Chris Evans, but a little hot-blooded, both of which are going after Ida romantically. And then we've got Tom Holland, who is Barney O'Toole. So you may take a look at that.
So here I
Honestly,
am
we
being
just
all
probably just
dramatic
gonna
about the
roll a
dead kid,
Ida's
and he's
eye
like
contact.
cough, and sits up.
Well, Ida can rescue him, and then you owe Ida a life boon.
Yeah. Mm.
There you go. I'm gonna vote Barney at least. At least try for Barney.
I'm back, Mr. Stark.
I
So
mean,
if
if
we
we
just,
just
like,
make this sense lore-wise too, primarily what Frida is doing is Frankenstein shit to raise the dead, and she's figuring how to turn that into not being a zombie. So this could very well be something a little bit on the edge, if you wanted to make more sense.
And are you hiding it at this point, or are you literally just walking up and like putting down your giant lightning rod?
Oh,
and
she's
being
not
like,
hiding. She didn't hide it before. No,
Ida
Ida
hid
here.
it.
Just told her to go behind a rock, and she's like, "Okay, I'll do
Wow.
the landing behind the rock." Okay.
Say, Barney.
I love this.
I'm not sure there's any hiding the infernalism now. I'm sorry.
It's just mad science. That's allowed out here.
Mhm.
It's just a heal
What is
ray.
infernalism? This is science.
Oh, you know what?
Speaking
You know
of
what it
lightning
is?
rods.
So if Mike's okay with you healing Barney, because I'll put that in his court if he wants the kid to live, then you have to pick Ida, because I'm not hearing Corvus. Okay, Corvus said Barney. So Corvus, let me know if you want it to be Ashley or Arthur, or if you want to make Ida have to pick who lives and dies, because it's a love triangle.
That does sound fun. So if we are healing Barney, I have one success for mad science. And I feel like this looks quite similar to the Frankenstein setup. Like there's a lightning rod being set up and electric charges being generated. Maybe with a fewer spikes in the neck, that sort of thing.
Okay, so in a dramatic turn of events, Ida has to choose which man to go with.
Oh God! Someone else subscribe.
Hang on, it's a good thing. It's a good. I kind of like this at this level. Hang on, I've got popcorn.
Someone
for
donate
this.
to the
Like,
Patreon to
let's
make
go,
Ida
let's
have
go.
to choose, even if people sub.
Oh my no!
Hurt her
okay,
more.
so Barney is. I imagine.
Okay, so you're gonna head over to the kid who's just like bleeding to death on the ground. And how
Also,
does
this only restores one wound. He's still pretty donked up.
That's okay. He's an NPC. He only has one wound.
Whew.
So he's just. I did real good.
Yeah, I kind of get the feeling Trenton went for a smoke and he didn't watch this because it's way more dramatic to come back and go, what the hell do you do to the kid?
As you reach him, his pulse is.
I have an idea.
His pulse is barely beating. You approach him, and what do you do, Millsworth? Oh, Quinn Make Stuff just donated a bunch of subs.
Quinn and Corvus, thank you both for supporting this pile of pure nonsense.
All right,
You're
so
both
Quinn,
amazing.
tell us what you wanted to have happen.
Well, hang on, I
Make
know
me
Quinn quite well. That's a terrible question.
What?
Or possibly a fantastic question. I feel like Quinn is going to want what is the most troublesome.
I think that's great. I think that's great.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's great. I mean, you just donated to the stream. Like, you can. It's Deadlands. I don't care. Let's do this. Let's have fun.
It's a pretty casual game for us.
All right. So, you go and attach the electrodes. Oh, thank you, Psychotic Dreamer. Make most troublesome indeed. Okay, then she definitely has to choose. Because your machine's starting to get like it's starting to glow like red hot.
Mm-hmm.
But you think
Looks
you might
up with you desperately flipping through the pages of Green's Anatomish and attaching wires to things as steam comes out of her various devices. I think I can only do this one more time.
your machine starts to glow bright red. So you use it on Barney. He's good. Everything hurts. Everything hurts. Ow.
That is good. The nerves are still alive. That is fantastic news. Excellent. Please move out of the way. Drag.
Oh, I'm alive. It's a gosh darn miracle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I gotta pee.
I think I'm going to become one of those like religious figures.
And Barney's gonna stumble away and give you a thumbs up over his shoulder. Oh shoot, where's my hat? All right, so Ida, there are two dead men on the ground. Ashley Lott, Squinty and Cross.
Ashley was the blacksmith, right?
Ashley was, I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And Arthur Chapman was
He's just a
he was he was Chris Evans. He was the one who wanted the journal.
Oh, other way around. Then Arthur was the Chris Evans was this blacksmith. So yeah, I think that's the one I'm.
Or the
I
butcher.
Think,
I think Arthur was the butcher. Like he had been
Well, Ashley was. So on the day that I had to make them make up,
Oh yeah.
I went and did horseshoeing with the Chris Evans one, which was Arthur, and then Gaston was the one that went out in the field. So to me, Arthur is the more useful person on this trail, and I'm going to say that Arthur should be attempted to be.
I mean,
wrong.
Ashley's a better fighter.
Oh. Have I seen that? Has that been demonstrated? Have I seen him shoot?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll a dice and find out. Yes, it has.
In that case, it's gonna be Ashley.
But maybe Arthur is better.
Don't do this to me.
I have an important question.
Mm-hmm.
Are they both dead at this point, or are they both like technically conscious, and one of them has to sort of look at Ida to make this decision as she leaves him to
That is what
die?
happens. That is what
Wondering
happens.
for strategic purposes.
They're both like lying on the ground, bleeding to death.
Oh, which one's this?
It's I'm gonna roll to see which one it is. It is Arthur. Arthur looks up. You bring me that journal.
Yeah, it's in my bag. You'll stick around for it?
I think I got somewhere to be, girl. You mind putting something in there sweet for my mama?
Of course.
Make it sound like I done good.
You did.
I think I'll pull through. We'll go out and have a nice dinner.
Sounds good, Arthur. You relax.
You shut that guy up. I'm trying to die in peace over here. You hear Ashley say.
Frida?
How do you communicate this? Do you just like make eye contact and then look towards one of them?
Yeah, I'm gonna like look you in the eyes and then just glance down at Ashley and then like go back and like take Arthur's hand and like sit with him while he passes.
I'm gonna see if Arthur figures this out. One sec.
Do I need to figure this out? I'm sure she would. She understands Ida at this point.
Let's see. All right, your machine's gonna start to go.
Wish me luck. I have a success.
Okay.
No raises again, but
No
success.
raises.
That D10 is saving my bacon.
Okay, so I'm gonna have some fun with this because some people said, so the person who donated said the weirdest thing possible or the most dramatic thing possible. All right, so you attach the electrodes to Ashley Lot, and there is a. Your machine starts glowing bright red, like the little energy circuits that are the transformer box you have powering this.
This might explode again.
And in fact, it starts rattling, and a bolt is gonna fly out of it, almost taking off Catlet's hat, just kind of going wee, and the whole thing goes wee.
Oh, this is exciting.
And it is going to pump a ton of electricity back into Arthur. It is Sorry?
You mean Ashley? Ashley?
Oh, sorry. To Ashley. Ashley, my bad. They're both A names. Happy that they're gone. It starts... and is going to just, like, cram all of this powerful biological energy into him. And you are going to see like his body completely heals up. The bullets are going to push out of his skin and kind of go tink 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 to the ground as they do. And as you do so, you're going to even see old wounds like the break in his nose and his crossed eyes from getting kicked by a horse when he was younger snap back into place. And his eyes are going to uncross, and they're going to turn... What's your favorite color, Millie?
Let's go for like a nice teal.
A nice teal? His eyes are going to turn teal.
Feels like it fits well with lightning, right?
And you're going to see that there is a swell as his muscles are going to stretch a bit and get a bit veiny beneath the surface. And damned if by the time your machine's going to like overload, smoke is going to billow everywhere. And as the smoke clears, he's going to just kind of stand up, and he's about 6'8" now.
Did you super soldier him?
You super soldiered him. And he's like, his shirt's ripped. He's just got these like
Worth it.
shield pecs. But not Agents of Shield pecs. I feel.
He's just a what's his name art piece, the guy that can only draw chests and not feet.
Yeah, so he's gonna kind of, I don't know what you did, but I like it.
That makes two of us. I also have no idea what I did, but this is fantastic.
He's gonna start patting his body down. What the hell? He's gonna pat it down all the way.
The more of the big buff, oily, saucy as the muscles. Yes. Just anxiously looking at you, Ida.
Cripes, man, you could grind meat on those things.
Oh, Mr. Khaled, I believe I am the meat at this point.
But where did the meat come from?
Maybe it was inside us all along.
Huh.
Where's my hat? Oh, there it is. And he's gonna reach down to pick up his hat, and you're gonna see this like lightning bolt rip up his sleeve. He flexes to pick up his hat, and the shirt just kind of confettis off of his body.
Just full anime style.
Just, yeah, he basically All Mights. Just, All Mighto! El Paso Smash! New York City. New York City.
Clearly, I'm in the wrong discipline.
Ida will like glance over and see this and be like, and then like just look at Frida like, what did you do? And then like a brief pleading just in the eyes of, are you sure you can't do it again, when she knows that you can't.
Yeah, there were a bunch more subs recently though. So those of you who just subbed, let me know if you want more drama or you want to save it. So.
Or does he get turned into a zombie instead of?
Yeah, I think they want him to be an undead hunk.
Oh, wait, so there's like a Captain America hunk and then a bad boy zombie hunk you have to choose from now.
It's just Twilight all over again, really. You got the werewolf boy over here, like, I run hot, and then you got Sparkles at dawn.
Well, no, we've just created Captain America and the Winter Soldier is what we've created. You have to pick between them.
This is true. That's a tough call, really. Are we talking about damaged Bucky or like midlife crisis Bucky? Because But
I can fix him.
There we go.
If Frida has PowerPoints, I don't think Ida's going to stop her. So, but if she doesn't have PowerPoints, not really much we can do.
Yeah, if you subscribers,
I don't think I do.
If you subscribers wanted PowerPoints to be refreshed, then maybe I'll allow it. So let me know. Otherwise, we can have zombies. Surprise! Zombies.
We can just do the zombies later. We don't do the zombies now.
Yeah, zombies can happen later.
Later in time. Put some more stuff into it.
Please do it as like you want trying to surprise Ida without telling her to do. Oh
Yeah,
no!
she's gonna have to repair the machine, so you may even have like a whole funeral and stuff, and then
Good times. Well, in that case, Ida will stay with Arthur until he's gone, and then we'll probably get Luke or someone or whoever's willing to help to like wrap him up. And
I guess I have enough power points to bring him back for an hour, and then you could at least talk to him and see what he wants.
Ida, once he's like gone, Ida's gonna walk away. then you guys can. I'm gonna go hang out with Skinner. Just both sit there, just smoking and drinking.
So I don't know that I've really
raising the dead again.
Inevitably, I don't know that I've really seen Thomas do too much in the way of overt spooky black magic. But if Ida's not here, I don't know who the next moral compass to ask these questions to would be.
You know, Clint.
Definitely Thomas.
Matt Clinton's right there. Matt Clinton's right there.
Yeah, I don't know if he would be a good moral guide for this.
Are you thinking about bringing more of these folk back from the dead, Ida? Sorry. Ida, are you thinking about bringing more of these folk back from the dead? Hello, Clint
You mean
McElroy.
Frida?
You know what? Both of your names end in Ida, as in Ida not recommended.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I mean, Frida would then go, I think that is up to Ida. I don't know if I should.
I mean, I think it would be up to the man himself. I mean, look.
This is a very good point. Why don't we ask him? Get the other device.
I don't know your devices, lady.
It's okay. This really only is like, you can just pull out the stuff and start assembling that one.
What is it? I'm surprised you don't just have like a lever between the two of them. Two settings.
See, that would be very convenient. However, this one basically exploded. So, but with some tweaks, then perchance I can get it to still do the simpler version.
Hey, whatever you need to tweak to make it happen. But I would,
we may as well ask him some questions. Sure.
Look, I would honestly suggest that
exasperation incarnate.
being brought back to life ain't no picnic. Well, actually, it's the picnic that's the problem. If you follow my drift, Ida, Frida.
Yes, I have noticed. That does seem to be a problem. I don't know if that will be a problem for everyone, or you seem to be unique.
Well, thank you very much. Between us, can I trust you with something, Frida?
This is a good question.
Are you going to... Okay, well, can I ask you a question, please? Are you going to bring Alonzo back to life? Because he was already pretty much dead on his feet to begin with.
I think that at the moment I could only really do one of them.
Have you seen The Merchant of Venice? Do you know that? Because I, like Shylock, could use my pound if you follow me. I
have no idea.
I'm gonna go bury Alonzo.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Thank you.
You're very welcome. I'm gonna go bury him behind those cottonwoods over there. It's a nice place for his soul to...
Sounds wonderful.
Meander. Come on, boy.
Thank you very much.
Starts dragging the corpse off around the corner.
The social skills of a newt that is asleep.
So, Trenton, what are you doing?
Thinking on moving to Mexico and starting over.
You gonna become a mariachi?
Yeah, something. Because I'm really starting to question my direction in life right now.
Mr. Skinner?
Kid, what are you doing up and about?
I got electrocuted and it hurt like a dickens. And it kind of burns when I pee now. But not like fire burn, but kind of like when you rub your feet on a rug too much burn. My Peter tingles.
Did Frida get involved with this?
Yeah, I don't think I'm like Clint though. I smell good still, and look, the holes are gone. He's gonna show you like a spot on his chest where like there's like scar tissue, but it's healed, like naturally.
Trenton will pass over what's left of a cigarillo to the kid, and he's like, "Here, finish this for me. I gotta go talk to Frida," and they'll go marching off.
Yes, sir.
Promptly find Frida.
I just gonna walk by the kid and just like take the cigarillo and continue past.
Yeah, you can have it if you want. It's probably for the best. All right, so you're heading over to Frida.
Yep.
Tinkering noises.
Frida, can I talk to you for a second?
Look over at oh gosh, it was Ashley and what's the other name?
Arthur.
Arthur.
Arthur. And then
Arthur's the deadite.
Yeah, so looks over at Arthur. I suppose there isn't too much of a rush. Sure.
I want to thank you for bringing the kid back to life.
He was not quite dead.
And then
actually.
I will proceed to punch Frida square in the face.
Ah!
All right, so let's go ahead and do this then. So that's gonna be make me a punch and roll. You know how to do it.
I don't know that she's going to dodge or necessarily expecting this at all.
Okay. Are you trying to do damage, or are you just trying to make it as a statement of character?
It's a statement.
Okay, so he's gonna. Is it a full punch or is it a slap?
It's kind of, yeah. It's like, it's not closed fist. It's kind of open.
Okay, so yeah.
there is a leather glove involved, so it will hurt.
Hmm.
Okay, so it's more
dramatic goggles go flying. Ow!
Oh yeah, I got a 7. So
Okay, well it's fine. If it's just if Millie doesn't care and it's just like it's just flavor, then yeah, you do it.
yep.
She is basically combat incapable and would not expect this.
Mhm.
Frida, if you ever touch anybody I care about out of the grasp of the good Lord again, I will personally put you in a pine box. I'd like to thank you again, though, and he'll walk back to Barney.
He was not even dead. He's fine. He was just... Goes back to her device tinkering and confusion.
Thank you. Well, I'm happy about.
It's a weird option. Could have waited and it would have been worse and easier. Like this one.
Trenton is ignoring everything that she's saying.
No. All right. What are Thomas and Ida doing while Frida's doing this?
Just like prairie dog looking up and stuff and going.
I think that Thomas is actually just kind of like looked around and just like he feels utterly fruitless. Like there's casual necromancy going on. There's like, he doesn't even know what to make in the situation. I think he's gonna go sit down at like the campfire or whatever's equivalent to that's currently working, and he's gonna pull out the hip flask and just start getting drunk because I've got nothing I can do right now. And
so Don Fields is sitting there already, kind of just polishing a rifle, kind of like a nervous bartender polishes a bar.
Thomas will just sit down beside him and just hand him the hip.
So
flask.
Don takes a look at you and goes, "Well, you want this back when it's done?"
Nah, I got another one.
Cheers. And she's gonna get frickin' hammered with you.
Sweet.
Yup.
Ida will probably sit down as well with her stolen cigarillo.
Nice.
And yeah, just kind of like sit in silence and be thinking about trying to like put together things of, okay, what can Thomas do? What have I seen him do? What do I think he can do that will work with what I can do? And how do we absolutely sit
You're just standing here looking at me. What's going on?
Yeah, it's just that awkward like staring, like where you're like trying to read somebody. We should talk about options.
Listen, I'm not in the mood to relieve the sexual tension, all right?
Oh. Other
things we have in common, Thomas. And people that I'm involved with, and people you are involved with. And what those connections.
See, she's talking in
provide us.
code now because, yeah, there's like things going on. I'll be back. Thomas will get
Are
up.
you two gonna go roll in the? Hey.
See, that's
Yeah.
what I'm never clear on with Ida.
Yeah,
Like,
Dawn, that's exact.
Look, I just
She's gonna start
survived.
walking.
I've survived a lot of gunfights and killings today, and now people are not dying and dying
or redying,
or
unredying.
redying.
I
Well,
don't think English is designed to work this way.
I don't think it is either. I could use some companionship tonight, though. She's gonna take a long drink.
This is like the good Christian woman, right?
No, Maggie was the good Christian woman. Dawn is the widow, the
Right,
24-year-old
yeah.
farmer widow, who
Yes.
is she's a brunette, I believe, or a poulette. Hold on, a
What?
pownette. Is that brunette? Is that just how I spell brunette when I'm in a hurry? I think it is. Weathered, kind of weathered and widowed is what I have. So she's 24, weathered and widowed.
I will.
I don't know what that means.
Aside and be lit by naught but the glowing end of a cigarillo. If we can get close enough to Gault, I can set him down a path that he won't escape from.
Okay, well, we're well away from people now, so you can just stop speaking in like hushed tones and just explain to me exactly what sort of arcane contrivance you're going to drop on them.
I am a witch, if you have not picked up on that yet. Witches.
Yeah, I kind of gathered that much. And I'm a
Witches-
warlock, and yeah.
Beautiful, lovely. If we're not both married by the time we're 40, we'll get married, okay? Look, the point is, there are stereotypes about witches that are there for a reason, and one of those is our ability to turn folks into other things. Normally, I need to be in contact, and it only lasts a little while. But I know a way to do it from a distance, and I have a bullet that conveniently, I believe, went through Gault. Which means I have his blood.
So you're going to turn him into a toad or a cockroach or something.
Do you think that will be enough to divide the ranks of his men?
I imagine it's probably enough to scare him shitless. More comes down to if they even realize kind of what's going on, and if he doesn't have some sort of magical type himself.
From what they've been doing, I'm guessing not. They just seem like a bunch of awful monsters. They don't seem to be doing nothing magical.
Well, listen, you put me within close proximity of him, I'll deal with him the old-fashioned way.
Okay. So we have a few options. We have the long range, bit of a long game, and we have a close up. Whatever your way is.
Well, how close you got to be for your business?
A mile? That's what I
mile.
mean. It's the
That's
safer
some
option.
Nasty magic.
She's gonna take her hat off and bow and put it back on.
All right, then.
There's a reason I'm not involved with them anymore, because this is the shit they do for fun. And I'm not proud of it, but it's what I was taught and it's how I was raised, and I know these things. And if we can use it for the betterment, it's the better thing to do.
Inside a mile, he's not going to have much chance to do nothing.
It
Can't be
takes,
shooting back.
exactly, and it takes longer. He's usually, if I can get up close, it turns them right away, but they turn back just as fast. And outside of a mile, it's going to take half a day for him to fully turn, but that might cause more disturbance.
Do you have to be casting all through this?
I only need 10, 20 minutes to cast it.
You need an
but
hour.
Oh hell!
Is it an hour?
It's an hour to cast.
Okay, sorry. It's hour.
So what you're saying is we just
so.
find where he camps, sneak in, you do your business, and then we just watch the carnage.
We don't even need to sneak in, yeah. And I think
Yeah.
that'll scare his men and they'll fuck off.
Sure. Or they'll start brawling with each other, trying to decide who's the next big tough to take over.
That's my hope.
All right, works for me. It's better than
Sounds logical. This isn't me going off the rails here. This sounds like a plan.
Well, being that our alternative is to let Frida slowly raise an undead army and go after him.
I mean, he'd probably deserve it, but I understand your point.
Ironic that I'm the one with whose problems with not, casual necromancy.
I mean, out of character, I could only really get like a half dozen.
Yeah, but I don't know that.
That's like an army, sure. All right, well, I mean, I'm not terribly okay with it myself, but like I said, you grow
seem
up
pretty
with
casual with it.
You learn to roll with the punches when you're stuck.
I kept telling you that it was a bad idea. Sooner or later, we're going to have like the Rangers or whatnot stalking us down.
I got worse things following me, so I'm not too worried about it.
Well, we'll see if we can survive after this whole business.
Sounds like a deal. If we make it to Exposition or if we make it to hang on, out of character, where were we taking these cattle?
So you were originally headed. God damn. Okay, hold on. North.
So
we were heading past Exposition. We were supposed to meet up with them there, and then.
So the goal of this was go into, because it's been like 5 months. Head north to the Great Plains. That's really useful. So Dodge City or somewhere around there. So basically, you're heading through New Mexico on your way to Kansas, which is a dumb way to get to Kansas. I'm just gonna put that out here as someone from Missouri, Kansas area.
Fair. Look, you know what? If we make it out of here and we do the job we were hired to do, I will happily sit down and discuss the moral quandary of the undead. But for right now, Frida has been making it a lot easier to get through this, and has, as much as it may not be right, it's getting it done, and the people that she has brought back have been useful, especially when we have some kind of weird maniacs that work.
You do realize you just described like every class of infernalism ever.
So then you should be fine with it. Why is this the one that has you turned up?
Because I know the other one.
Better the devil you know than the devil you don't. I understand. I personally walked away from the devil that I knew, so I am perfectly welcome to the new devils. Yourself
I'm not sure
included.
you've ever actually met the devil. He's an interesting character.
I look forward to those stories when we have survived this.
Cat will just smirk.
I personally am going to find more of what you have there, and hopefully fall asleep and not have to confront the giant man that I decided to save over another man's life. I'm gonna go deal with that existential crisis.
Yeah, you have fun with that. And maybe I'll find someone to bed down with as well.
Dawn seems perfectly happy. Have a lovely one, Thomas. And we'll walk off and find a bottle of whiskey on the way and head to tent.
All right. Anybody else doing anything tonight?
Unfortunately.
What are you doing, Frida?
At least temporarily bringing back the dead one to see how he feels morally about being alive permanently in an undead state. with no guarantees of how well that will go, or if he would prefer to stay in the ground. And if he would prefer to stay in the ground, if he has any last words he wants me to communicate to any particular Ida-shaped individuals.
All right, give me the roll.
She did just get hit in the face, so she's rather nervous about this, and she might try to have this sort of subtly off to the side somewhere, despite the giant lightning rod.
Sounds good. I'm gonna spend a drama.
Oh, right.
my
Sorry.
gosh.
I will also be writing a note to Arthur's
What is a
mother.
17? That's a so it's
So
success, and then every 4 is a raise, right? So I have 1
Yep.
raise, 2 raises, the 3 raises.
it's 3
Great.
raises. Okay, I'm gonna spend a drama bomb. So one moment while I just reread this real quick. So zombie, you're using zombie, right?
Mm-hmm. Which, I mean, to be fair, doesn't really necessarily like give them a forever sentience kind of thing. Like I'm using
Mhm.
Mind Rider so we can communicate with it, and that's about it. We sort of decreed one of them turned into a Herod for drama purposes. How
Yeah.
this goes feels up to you.
All right. So, you know, I'm gonna take that drama bomb back because this, I don't want to give you guys too many advantages. All right. So, pulling him back to life, he is going to have a, he's fairly subdued as you bring him back to life. Kind of, well, I don't feel so good.
I think that is fair enough. I think also to save time, we can just sort of talk through this, or do you want to roleplay through it?
We can talk through this one. We've had a lot of this tonight.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think so too. So, I mean, Frida's definitely going to talk about having just been hit in the face and confused about whether or not this is the right thing to do. So she really wants his opinion on whether or not it's the right thing for him. And if there's any last messages,
He
just happy to
appreciates
transmit
being
them.
asked. But he mostly just is kind of wondering what he did to not get chosen.
She will try to reassure him as best as she can, and she's really not good at this. I can roll if you want. That she doesn't think it was anything that he could have done differently. I think at this point it was basically Ida flipping a coin. Oh my gosh!
What'd you get? Snake Eyes?
I mean, a really, really good roll for me. So
Okay.
an 11.
Okay, so he does not go and shoot Ida. Good. Okay.
That's good.
All right.
Oh, cripes.
Ida, you're
We did have a drama bomb.
I'm gonna spend a drama bomb for you to hear as you're bedding down. You know, I had hoped that my time with Miss Ida had been pleasant for both of us because she seemed like a very interesting lady. But if she is the type to let a man's life depend on a coin toss, I realize that she ain't the type of lady to be around at all.
Hmm.
I imagine there are fewer devils on the other side than a woman like that, as in her heart.
I hope, Zen, that you find a wonderful rest.
Me too.
Hmm. I will find
Don't-
you a nice spot.
Don't let Clint eat me. And he'll go back to
Wait,
back to
what? She's just now put it together. Oh, that is good to know. I feel not.
he's gonna lay back and go back to sleep. Sleep.
She'll start digging a hole.
Diggy diggy hole.
Yeah, I don't know that she's sleeping tonight. She's very like perturbed.
I mean, I think everybody is. All right, so y'all are gonna rest up, regenerate your power points. Anybody doing anything throughout the night? All right, so trying to sleep. Nobody tries to raise your campsite in the middle of the night, which is probably for the best. However, I'm gonna roll a d20 just to see if something awful happens in the middle of the night. Cool, was not a 1. We're good. All right. So, the next morning comes with a bright orange daybreak that floods the horizon with the lonesome sound of the prairies. You all awaken, and what's the plan for the day?
I think we're heading to Exposition.
Yep.
Okay. So how many guys do you have so far? You've got Ashley Lot powered up. You've got Alonzo dead / Eden. You got Arthur dead. You got Barney. Spider powers? Question mark. All right. That's going to confuse me in 2 weeks. I'm like, when the hell did I give him spider powers? Suck on that, future Kelly.
Oh man, Frida is the Weird West. Like, she's just like the embodiment.
It's good. It's good. All right. So y'all, you riding out to Exposition?
Yes.
All right. If that's what you choose. It's a 3-hour. Well, no, pardon me. It's not a 3-hour anything. My bad. You make your way across the plains. It's a 6-hour ride if you're just doing it normal. Exposition. It's a just you. We'll see how you handle this when you're in this scene.
No, it was perfect.
All right, Exposition lies at the end of a rail spur, and nope, that's just blah, 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 blah. As you ride up to the town, bringing in, is it just the 4 of you headed there, or are you bringing some of the others?
I think we were all going there. That was like, yeah,
Right.
because the only reason that Ida would go is if everybody was going.
Yeah, I think we should stay together, to be honest. While we're Frida does.
All right, so
I think we should all catch fire and kick rocks. We suck. I'm joking. Carry on.
all right, so the lot of you make your way out there. As you ride into the edge of town, the citizens look nervously at you. And once you're inside of the town gates, you're going to hear the sound of clinking spurs and horses trot in your direction. And from all corners of the town, a band of armed men and women emerge, leaning out of alleyways, windows, and the street itself. The business ends of their firearms pointed in your general direction. And a cold-eyed woman at the front of the group shouts out, "That's far enough! You drop your weapons and get your hands up!" The tension is palatable. Does anybody want to try to defuse it?
Sure.
Make me a persuasion roll.
All right, so yeah, he'll roll
Go ahead, Mr.
forward
Dice.
and kind of like keep his hands well away. Sure. Let me just do a roll. Persuasion, you said?
Yes, please.
Ida will have
Sorry about that.
tossed her weapons down, and
What'd you get, Thomas?
I've got 1 success on that one. So he'll kind of raise his hands. He's like, "Hey, peace now, peace. Like, my compatriots and I were just hit up by some bandit named Gault. We got a
All
lot
right,
of
lower your
good people."
guns. Sorry for the misunderstanding, the woman at the front of the group says.
Oh, it's all fair. It seems like a dangerous time.
You don't know the half of it. Come on over here and I'll buy you a drink. The lot of you. You and your posse. The rest of you look like you need a place to hole up. Feel free. Do what you need to do around the town. But you, sweet talker, come on over.
And he'll probably like tip his hat towards her, and then he'll go riding over.
All right, sounds good. The rest of the party go with? posse, pardon me.
Mm-hmm.
Totes.
All right. Well,
Sort of
hop off those things.
trying to
and-
keep an awkward distance from Trenton.
Yep.
She'll lead you over to a place where you can hitch your horses up, and grabs a bottle to pass around. Well,
Ugh.
you're right. This is definitely not exactly a place that you would want to end up. Kind of rough out here.
Things been going on.
Now she's got kind of like very tan skin. She looks like, basically, I'm picturing like 40s Charlize Theron, like right about now Charlize Theron, but kind of with like deeply tanned, I work outside skin. And she looks very like she's got starting to get those crow's feet around her eyes from squinting. Frown lines are coming in, but she's still quite fetching. She introduces herself as Constance Merritt. Well, and it's at that point, Ida, I want you and everybody else to make me a notice roll. One.
I rolled snake eyes.
Okay.
I will unnotice. I'm anti-noticing. I will walk into a tree.
Okay. So you're gonna sit down to talk and sit in the water and the horse trough.
Sure. She's not really very attentive at this point. I think that makes sense. Do a little-
Sploosh. Two.
No,
And what'd you get?
this is wrong chair.
What'd you get,
So,
Callet?
I got one.
Success plus raise.
Successful raise. So Trenton, you're going to notice immediately that around this railhead in town, there are a number of brands and signs here that say that this particular railhead is owned by the pardon me, by the Black River Railroad. The one that apparently Gault works for. Or is in leagues with. Ida, you're going to catch on a minute later as Trenton's like kind of cued in. And Thomas, you're going to catch that as well. As you do in that 1 sec, though. Okay, actually that should be a D8. Okay, sounds good. So you're sure to notice that. And, well, I'm Constance Merritt. I'm an enforcer around these parts. Was sent over here to make sure that the railhead was kept. Well, you said you had a run-in with him.
Yeah, something of the sort. Killed a good chunk of our people and ran off with a substantial head of cattle.
It sounds like that son of a bitch. I bet you heard a lot of other rumors, too. Man says he's been, he's got the back end of the Black River Railroad behind him. Well, the man's a
Oh, yeah, I've
coward
heard
and a
that.
liar.
Oh. Is she lying about that?
You give me a check. Let's do.
Yeah.
So what would that be? Would that be, I guess, not empathy. That would probably be. What do you think that would be on your sheet?
Yeah, is it noticed or is it?
Yeah, let me double check that because we haven't done lie checks very often.
Quick question as well.
Yeah.
Do I recognize this woman's name?
She is not a witch.
Fair. Okay, fair.
So she does not have enough reputation. She's, well, actually, you know what? If you really want to, you can give me an int roll at a -3
Okay.
because, well, -2. She's got some reputation. And And I'm just going to check this for you real quick, James. See what this would be, because we have not used this system nearly enough to figure this out. Distract, disarm, bonus damage.
I think it's
Bennies.
probably not going to matter, because unless it's persuasion, I probably don't have it.
Well, what's lion? Is it persuasion then?
Well, line's probably persuasion, but detecting it?
Yeah,
Usually
we'll
it's
say
second.
it's probably notice. So, we're welcome to roll notice.
I got
I just found it.
1 and
It is
2 raises.
notice.
It is notice? Okay.
Yeah, so notice is a hero's general awareness and alertness. It's used to sense sights, sounds, tastes, and smells, spot clues, detect ambushes, spot hidden weapons on a foe, and or tell if a rival is lying, frightened, happy, etc.
Okay. I've got nothing then.
Okay. You're not sure.
I got one success.
You got one success? You don't think she's lying? She seems genuinely pissed off. Ida, what'd you get on your int roll?
A success and 2 raises.
Oh, damn. Yeah, you actually know that she is a veteran of the Great Rail Wars. I can't speak today, folks. Sorry about that. She is a battle-hardened veteran who was basically... I don't want to say that she was like a champion of like women's liberation, but she killed enough men that like she's a well-known figure among women in the West, because it's like, shit, if Constance can do it, I can too. There's a woman with merit, Constance Merritt.
And she's worked for the railroad. So
She's worked for
Devlin.
all the live long day.
Perfect. Okay. Interesting. Okay.
This game gets better the less seriously I take it. It's weird.
I just got her hat down pretty low.
And Ida, it's at that point that as you're talking, you're off your horse, right? You tied your horse up and you're kind of sitting on the ground. Okay. You are going to feel a presence behind you and hear a click. Well, hi there, sis.
Shit.
I ain't seen you in a while. You hear like a really soft, like young girl's voice. I'd say no more than 16, 17, maybe 18 years old. Kind of whispers in your ear.
Do I recognize the voice?
You're gonna recognize the voice of one of the people that one of your kohais. All right, so you're the senpai of Violet Hayes. So Violet Hayes is a woman of mixed ethnicity. She's very light-skinned woman in her, hell, I'm gonna say girl still. She's like 17, 18. She was just being raised by the witches when you transferred over or transferred in. She's got her hair. Ooh, what would her hair look like back then? I guess probably braided. She's got kind of like very, very thick wavy hair that she has kind of braided close to her scalp underneath a white cat. Well, it would be a black cowboy hat because it's the witches.
Howdy, Violet.
Oh, you two know each other? Constance says, kind of missing the point.
Yeah, she has a gun to my back, I believe.
She has a gun to your back that nobody else has noticed because she was really quiet about it.
Mm-hmm.
We have history.
Well, I'm guessing that you're wanting to get some revenge, then, Constance continues.
Oh, we would love some revenge.
Well, let me just put it this way. Miss Devlin ain't no one's idea of a saint, but her reputation is more important to her than gold. And to have a son of a bitch like this man claiming that Miss Devlin is throwing her weight behind him, well, that is vexing to her. Real vexing, you hear in your ear, Ida. So tell you what. If you're going to you're going after him?
That's the
Yeah,
plan.
All right. How many of your cattle did they take?
A lot.
It was 5,000.
It was like 5,000. It was like a huge amount of cattle.
Ooh.
Tell you what, for the low price of 50 head, I'll loan you five of my gunmen. Did I say 5? Or is
Yep.
it 10? Okay. No, I'll tell you what, 10. 10 gunmen for 50 head. Less than, well, that's 1%.
If they're her gunmen, they'll be good. Ida will kind of whisper over it to
Well,
the other guys.
of course they're good. You know what? Maybe I should misspeak. Or maybe I misspoke. I guess they tain't gunmen. Gun women. Which means they're better. Smaller, faster, keener eyes. Tougher.
Thomas will grin.
More deceitful. Better at moving in shadows.
And you could take Miss Violet. I'd be happy to. Miss Devlin sent me out here myself. I just got here today. Look at the luck.
How terribly fortunate, Violet.
You're gonna go kill this son of a bitch? Or, you know, pardon me. Let me speak like Violet should actually speak. Are you gonna go kill this bad man?
It's the plan, sister.
Well, heck, why didn't you say so? And you're gonna hear, and the sound of steel sliding into leather. We can always deal with this after.
I'm sorry, sister. Quirk an eyebrow.
And you're gonna turn around. I'm assuming that this girl looks kind of like a very young Lisa Bonet, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
So nothing like Ida.
Nothing like Ida. Yeah, no, not even a little bit. Lisa Bonet is wow, she has a lot of names. Sorry, I just googled her real quick. Yeah, it looks like a young Lisa Bonet, because that is a hell of a look for a gunslinger.
Mm-hmm. We were raised together, not blood relations.
We're orphans. Well, sort of.
All right. Well, always good to meet a member of Ida's family.
Absolutely.
Thomas will give her a smile, not really knowing what's going on, but he's just going to be cheerful anyway.
She has a bright smile.
I'll say, being ridiculously excited to meet a member of Ida's totally real, regular biological family, I'm sure. Frida would love to go shake her hand and introduce herself.
Well, hi there.
Professor Frida Heckman, it's so wonderful to meet you.
Now she's wearing like
Really sees the resemblance.
She's wearing like cowboy chaps. She's got like a button-up shirt that's like completely like, I'm just going off of what these people are dressed like in the book, but she's got
all leather.
It's all leather, an exposed midriff. Because of course it is.
You need the crop top.
Like, this is literally what they look like.
Witches.
Craves. That's a good look.
So,
Which is expressly why Ida wears all white.
So I'm thinking that she looks like that, except she's not wearing the mask at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, if you need an extra helper, I'm happy to go with you.
Oh, that would be wonderful. We're planning to kill them all, so there's more than area.
That sounds good. And then we can take care of family business afterwards.
Sounds like a plan.
She keeps, as she
Can
talks.
I tell anything from... Oh,
Sorry, go ahead, Thomas.
I was going to tell, like, I'm going to be looking at Ida and kind of gauging
Make me a
her
notice roll. Make me a notice roll.
reaction.
Ida's throwing eyes at you, like, because Violet's still like behind her, and so it's just like hasn't moved, isn't moving her head, but her eyes are like, nope.
Do I even have to make a notice roll at that?
She looks very uncomfortable.
All right. I think that's pretty much all I need to know. Thank you.
But as she's talking, she keeps thumbing the butt of her bullwhip that she's got on her hip. Just kind of like casual, right? You have your you never got your whip, did you, Ida?
Was never one for it.
It's darn useful.
I prefer to, if I'm going to engage in some kind of combat, I don't want it to be slow and painful.
Who said it was slow? Are we done having a family talk over here? Because I would like...
I was just wondering that.
So 50 head of cattle, 5 per gun woman. Well, and Andy. He's a good shot, though.
All right. I'll just have to discuss it with my my company and go over the books. But I think that's probably agreeable.
Mm-hmm.
I will let you know very shortly.
Mm-hmm. So as you're sitting there, you got a really good roll on your notice earlier, Trenton. So as you're looking around the way, you're going to see that on the other side of this, you're kind of in like the main road of town. And looking across the road, you're going to see that on the side of one of these buildings, a nearby post office, because it's a railhead, it's going to have post office there. There's a wanted poster. And on this wanted poster is, God, what does this guy look like? He kind of looks like he looks like Tommy Lee Jones with like a handlebar mustache. So here we go. Right? Maybe that's a wrong definition, but with those wrinkles, like, what do you guys think? Who's that?
Thanos.
Oh, you're right. You're absolutely right. That's Josh.
Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin. I almost said Josh Rogan. That's somebody different. So it's Josh Brolin looking mother, who's got like this drooping black mustache around the edge of his lips.
So wait, Jonah Hex?
It's Jonah Hex. It's Jonah Hex. I forgot that movie. If it existed, I've seen it.
Most people have.
So you're gonna see there that it's got Gault's name on it. And are you gonna wander over to take a look at it?
Oh, Hex, yes. I'll finish tying up Devil Eyes and make a beeline. I'm not interested in the chit chat. Just be like, just head towards it.
So, as you head over there, you get a good look at what this guy looks like.
I am ripping the poster down.
You're gonna rip it away with no problem, and an old man's gonna kind of lean out onto the railing there, the old postmaster, and go sucking on a corncob pipe. You thinking of going after Gault, huh? That $1,000 bounty on that's gonna be not much good to you if you're in the ground. And sure enough, bounty on his head, $1,000, dead or alive.
Well,
Now, I would like to remind everybody, how many
better
horses?
start counting the bills now.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna do it, best of luck to you. There ain't, no one's seen the county sheriff in days. There ain't any U.S. Marshals within 100 miles. And everybody else here, well, they ain't going after Gault. We kind of accepted that this is a way of life around here. Well, best of luck to you. I'll happily see you with that bounty if you manage to put a bullet between his eyes or his balls.
Like I said, start counting now.
Okay, sir. Good luck to you. So yeah, you absolutely will grab that wanted poster. $1,000. Damn, son.
And fold it up and put it in my pocket.
So $1,000, just so you are aware, would get you. Well, it'd get you a velocipede. It would get you 1.5 flamethrowers. It would get you. How many? Oh my god, that would get you 2 2 rotating guns or vehicles.
Wait, how many flamethrowers?
1.5.
Well, that's like 1.5 better times than Elon Musk, so I'm on that path.
So you could get, hold on, how much dynamite could you get for that? You could get 50 sticks of dynamite for that. You could get 5 carriages. Or 1/8 of a train car. I don't know what you're going to do with the other half. But you could. So there you go. All right, so you'll grab that and head back. What does the posse do as you go and try to talk about this potential deal?
Do we want to check with Luke?
Luke's standing nearby, kind of watching. What's going on?
Sounds like we've got a deal to get some help on going after Gault, but Catlet's negotiated 50 head for 10 gunmen. You're in
50.
charge while Bill's gone.
I mean, you could see if you could negotiate him down at all, but I could live with 50, and I'm pretty sure Bill will.
Catlet,
Or is this something we should be running past Abby?
Abby was taken, wasn't she?
No, Abby's with you. She was the one that was saying
Abby's
to go and shoot him.
Right.
I don't care how many
I
cattle
guess-
it takes. You just get as many guns as we can. Let's go in there and shoot. I can't wait for y'all to do this. You do what you gotta do, Mr. Catlet, to get those gun people. I'm gonna see what I can do. And she's gonna start heading over to the saloon by herself.
Now, don't you go be riding out without us.
I ain't riding nowhere I don't want to ride. And I'm not doing it without extra guns at my back. I'm not an idiot.
I mean,
All right, I'll see what I can do about negotiating it down.
All right,
You can
so
follow Abby just in case she, dies horribly in a bar fight. The only time that, Freedy's been to a bar twice, and one of the times someone died next to her because Thomas threw, or no, hang on. Which one of you threw a knife in his head? Trenton threw a knife in his head. That was quite dramatic.
It really wasn't Thomas.
Is that they are a death pit you will never escape from.
all right. All right, so you head back over to talk to them.
Yep.
Thomas? All right, what do you do? So we have an agreement?
How would 40 head do for you? Times have been tight. We gotta pull some sort of profit out of this whole venture.
Make me a persuasion roll.
You keep.
how do help rolls work in this again? Can I assist in some way?
I don't know if you can really. Let me check. So helping hands. I'm helping. Nobody's helping. Help.
Help.
Assistance? It's not under help. Hold on. Rolls. Does anybody remember how to do that off the top of your head?
I think we've just kind of been like, I did a thing and it sounds like it helps. Add 2. That's kind of what we've been doing.
I feel like there's a...
I think there is. I remember us looking up a thing
Using
and
allies, maneuvering, allies, maneuvers, complications, fixed weapons.
Well, if assistance is worth 1, then I will have 2 successes. I got a 7.
Yeah,
so.
I think it's worth a +2 or something like that if you do. So Ida, what do you do though? You gotta tell me how you're doing it.
as a fellow member of the Devlin family, it would mean a lot if you could cut us a deal here.
You're one of the Devlins. You which?
Mm-hmm.
Violet's just gonna beam. Just
She's gonna play into it.
well, sis, you got your uniform all mixed up. Don't worry, I got a spare that'll probably fit you.
It'd be much appreciated,
Uniform?
Violet.
I don't think I've ever seen you outside of cowfolk clothes.
Well, she's been.
I've been missing home.
Now, if you're with Miss Devlin, would you get James? You got one in a raise.
Yeah, I'll have one in a raise. All
All
told.
right. I'll tell you what. You say 40? How much are you gonna try to push her? You think you might be able to like talk her down a little more?
If she came back with like 45 or something, I'd probably settle at 43.
No, but you think that she's like you get the sense that she don't really care.
Oh. Well, I can't. Well, that if she's not going to counter offer, then it'll be 40.
I mean, that's not always the way this works, but
I don't think I can reduce it, right? Well,
I mean, you got to raise. What do you want to do? So you're persuading, so you can do, if you want to leave it at 40, you can leave it at 40.
I will say, we'll give you 40, and you send us out with 14 guns instead of 10.
Well, I ain't got 14 guns, unfortunately. But if Miss Violet wants to travel along with you, she's worth 4 by herself. So that'll be a total of 11 you got there. 40.
I already thought Miss Violet was already a part of our deal.
For 10 gunmen? No, she's a bonus.
Violet had said that she would consider going. She wasn't technically
Sorry,
part of him.
that was me screwing up.
No, that's fine. That's a good angle to use. So I would say keep it. Just because she's saying you're wrong doesn't mean you're wrong.
Tell her to come with us.
No, I got to stay here and make sure that the railhead's protected with the rest of the gunmen. But if you're working with Miss Devlin, I would hate to fleece her. So I think 30's fair.
Agreed then.
Good. You bring back all my men alive, or all my women alive. I'd be willing to consider 25, but I have a feeling that's probably not in the cards.
I've got away with
I am
cards.
conveniently out of earshot. This is a very good idea.
Okay. So, meanwhile, inside of the saloon, you are gonna wander in with Abby. Abby's gonna take one look around the place and Frida, if anybody shoots me, shoot him back. Thanks, y'all.
Sure. Simple enough. I'm sure I can do that.
Howdy, everyone. My name is. Shut up.
Persuasion attempt. You should listen to her. She's very smart and cute.
Okay, give it to me. Give me a persuasion roll.
I think I actually have some dice in persuasion.
Nice. Don't forget to roll your d6.
Yeah. Well, I have 1 success, no raise, exactly like I rolled a 4.
And I'm gonna see with her persuade.
Also, I'm realizing my ammo didn't go down, but I only have 1 Benny remaining.
Okay, only 1 Benny remaining. Sounds good. I will just go. Oh, that didn't. Oh, did I fix it? I might have fixed it. All right, so you should listen to her. She's very, very smart and good.
I think she said smart and cute.
Well, thank you very much. You'll just have to reset your bullets real quick. And folks, she's gonna spend a Benny to re-roll her persuasion roll with your help. There we go. So that's a raise thanks to you. Yeah, listen here. My name is Abigail Morden. I'm gonna go put a bullet in this Gault son of a bitch. He's done killed some of my friends, and he's done pushed us around and kidnapped my uncle. And if any of you are tired of getting pushed around like he's been pushing you all around here, then I suggest you find your guns and you join us, and we take back land for the good people of this land. But if you're a bunch of lily-livered chickens, then I imagine you can stay here and just water yourselves and let the women do your shooting for you. I'm sure your kids will like that.
Frida will pull out her giant rifle, put it on her lap. Oh, and then pull out the giant lightning gun.
One of the big guys is gonna lean off the bar and kind of turn, and he's this real like Mongo looking guy from like Blazing Saddles. Turns around and as soon as he stands up,
Does he punch a horse?
not yet. That was earlier. Suddenly, the
Okay.
piano playing and the voices are gonna stop. He's gonna turn around and the ground is gonna shake under his feet as he turns around. His stirrups just go, not stirrups, his thingy is the spurs. Boots with the spurs.
They
That's
jingle,
right.
jangle, jangle.
They jangle as he walks over to you with leans down on high. Man's built like what would be a refrigerator in the future, like a boxcar. You're going to take on Gault. But listen here, little lady. That lingo you throwing around was mighty persnickety and fairly gender biased in a way that was designed to inflame the senses and call out manhood by implying that folks who don't wish to be shot have some form of weakness. And while I understand the emotional repercussions and psychological manipulations you were trying to impart upon everyone, deferring to such language based in sexist preconnotions is beneath all of us. That being said, he is a bad man and has done many bad things, and I will go shoot him with you.
Oh my god, best new character of all time.
Frida, you got a bullet from Bong, I think.
Thank you kindly.
Was it Bong who bought that? I think it was.
Also, I love this guy. I got to rewatch Letterkenny now. It's like an even larger version.
Oh, yeah. You know, I
Sounds
need a name
wonderful.
for him. Hold on. Get to my cowboy name generator.
He's invented gender studies.
His name is it Hubert? Is it Warren? Is it, neutral names. Mason? Emery? Zion Franco?
Oh, Christ.
Can he be Dan? Just be big squirrely Dan.
Oh, is he just Squirrely Dan?
Just squirrely
I think he's
Dan.
a bigger, squirrelier Dan. He's like, I don't know. What's bigger than a squirrel?
Many things.
Groundhog Dan.
Prairie Dog Dan.
Vomit Dan.
Prairie
Pra-
Dan.
Prairie Dog Dan. I wrote Prairie Dog Dog. That is not a thing.
Definitely Prairie Dog Dog.
What's the thing that Squirrely Dan always mispronounces? It's been a few months.
He adds an S to everything.
Mm-hmm.
Any other shootists want to go out here and shoots where we got to shoots and get rid of
Yeah.
these bandits?
Pluralize to verbify.
Yeah. And you know what? You're gonna hear the sound. You know what? You guys subbed a lot this game, so you're gonna hear clink clank from the bar, and this real tall strapping guy's gonna stand up. I suppose it could be so. go out there and cause a
Oh
problem.
gosh.
No, I'm just a farmer from Alberta coming down here to cause some trouble. I'd give him the
Better be
1-2.
Berta.
I could give him the 1-2. My name's Rory Potts. And I'll fuck stuff up. Was Alberta even a thing back then? It kind of was, right?
Sure. I mean, this accent is very, very rural Ontario. It
Yeah.
maybe
He's from rural Ontario.
partially
He's from
my
rural
weird
Ontario.
disaster way of speaking.
So
But
yeah,
He's from-
maybe
he's
it's
from Upper
Alberta. I don't know.
Canada.
It's the Wild
what?
West.
you know, there are 5,000 souls in Exposition. These are their problems. By the way, I just want to say this real quick.
Jinkies.
For those of you Americans watching the show, or people outside of North America in general, go watch the show Letterkenny. It's really great. It's really good.
Letterkenny.
It's weirdly accurate. It's wonderful.
It's also like surprisingly smart. Also surprisingly like it's very like not what you think it's going to be.
It's like the perfect middle ground of Trailer Park Boys and Corner Gas, but like enlightened. It's
very. I don't want to say that it's progressive because that some people have bad connotations, but it's got very modern sensibilities and like the people you normally expect on. It's basically kind of like you know what it is? It's rural Ontario Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I'd buy that,
gosh, that's a good description.
Where the writing is all it always punches up.
Yeah.
And mostly just there's a lot of punching. There's a lot of fighting in that show. And it's fun fighting.
It is. It's so good.
It's so good. It's so good. Go watch it. Like seriously. I was resistant and then I watched like 6 seasons in like 2 weeks. It's pretty great. Fart jokes and actual poetry. Frogs, you're right. It is a nice mix. All right, so I think we could do that, eh? Go take them on. So yeah, with that roll, the two of you are going to be able to scrounge up 5 more townsfolk.
Amazing.
That's pretty darn good news.
Yeah. Are we planning on doing this same day, or are we gonna rest here? I mean, we probably want to get out as soon as we can, but I know we've already ridden like 6 hours today.
Yeah, and it's going to be at least 6 hours back. Let's see. Well, why don't we wait? So you guys are all going to meet up after a little bit after summoning the horde. So I'm going to make so you all are going to be able to like grab a place to eat, grab some food and kind of just either cook it yourself or eat at one of the restaurants. We'll eat at the bar, basically here, the saloon. And spend your night drinking and talking about the next day's plans.
Is Ashley there?
Ashley is there. Yeah, he's having trouble finding a chair. I think I might have to stick to a stool, man.
She's gonna like walk up to him and like, have we presumably found him new clothes at this point?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we have.
Okay, she's gonna like, she's not terribly tall herself. She's only like 5'7", but so she's gonna like reach up and like grab his collar and pull him like all the way down so that they're eye to eye, and be like, "Look, you took the place of another man because I thought you could be helpful. So you best do your absolute fucking best when we go after this Gault son of a bitch. Do you understand?"
Ma'am, you're preaching to the choir. I don't know what hostilities you have for me.
I just need you to know that you got a second chance and you best use it.
All right, so where are you grabbing him by? Kind of like right around the scruff. So he's going to put his now baseball glove-sized hand on top of your hand. What do I got to do to use my chance?
Be useful tomorrow.
I could be useful tonight, too.
I appreciate the offer, but no thank you.
You'll give your hand a couple of like just a little like parting like pat pat.
Yeah, she'll let go of him. Just nod, look around awkwardly, and walk away.
Women.
She camera's
got-
on her. Men.
Camera back. I gotta ask that German chick why I can't get drunk no more. He goes back to drinking. Okay. All right. So, anything else y'all are doing with the rest of your night?
I think if Trenton's available, maybe try to talk to Trenton about why he hit her in the face, because she really doesn't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sure you could like plunk down on a seat beside him. He might not be in the most talkative of moods though.
And she probably will. And just sort of launch into a pile of words with the old classic. Hi, so I don't really understand exactly what it is that I did wrong, but I understand that I did something wrong, and I would really like it if you would explain it to me, because I don't quite. There are no letters attached to your hand when you hit me in the face, which sort of didn't communicate anything other than that I had upset you, and I thought I was doing a good thing, so I'm very confused.
Trent's going to push a bottle of half-gone whiskey towards her. Try drinking some of that. You enjoying that? It's a good taste.
No, it's terrible. I deeply dislike this taste, but it's just nice sometimes.
Yeah, I get the same feeling every time I see someone I care about that I'm putting in the ground up walking again. You know,
If it's not,
in my world, dead is dead.
I understand that. He was not quite dead at the time.
And then he'll grab what's left of the bottle and pull it away from her.
He's still not, I think. It looks like it worked.
I did say thank you.
I don't really know what happened with the other one. That just pointing at the giant big man across the bar. That is quite new to me. But yeah. Just gonna sort of sit awkwardly across from you and like maybe sip on the whiskey if you can retrieve it again, and probably just hang out there in an awkward silence for the rest of the evening. Unless she's interrupted by some other beings.
You know, Frida, you're a strange creature. I would like to understand you better, but when I make something dead, I want it stayed dead. When something is dead around me, don't bring it back.
Perhaps we need to come to an agreeable definition on what the dead means. Because I'm thinking when there's no more electric circuitry happening in the brain goop, then they're dead. But that was not the case for him, so that's why he's okay.
You know, honestly, you're better off when your mouth is occupied elsewhere, and slide the bottle back towards her.
I think that is vibes, yes.
All right. You two will continue to drink. Enjoy your night.
There is something I'd like to do if that's okay.
Yeah, Thomas, what do you want to do?
Thomas wants to schmooze in the saloon.
All right. Sounds
In
good.
particular, he's gonna try to get close to the group of gunwomen and the veteran of the war.
Yeah. So, Constance?
Yeah, Constance. And he's basically going to play up that he's going to be a lovable buffoon. Basically the idea is like he wants everyone to kind of underestimate what he's actually like capable of. Other than he's a bit of a sweet talker. But he's basically going to like try to like hit on like everyone and then bat out, right? Like kind of like engineer things so he fails steadily.
Okay.
Because he wants everyone to not think much of him. so that he has a bit of an ace up his sleeve, just in case he needs it.
All right, sounds good to me. So go ahead and give me a networking roll. So that's going to be a persuasion roll.
Okay.
And that is going to be...
Need to get Trenton. Have you met Thomas?
Oh, that could work. Are you spending some money? Losing at cards and stuff?
Yes. Yeah, totally. I'll
Okay.
lose at cards.
Okay, so take some money off your sheet. A couple bucks will probably be sufficient.
Okay, sounds good.
That'll give you a plus 2
Yeah,
on
he'll
your
play
roll.
it. Okay, he'll play it. That gives me a 12. So I think that's 3. That's
That's
2
8,
raises.
12. Yep, 2 raises. So yeah, at the end of the night, you're gonna get that whole "you're an unlucky son of a bitch, but you're funny." Lacey, you seem to be pretty liked.
If he gets a chance, he'll probably try to keep an eye on Ida's sister, quote unquote.
Sounds good. She is gonna be kind of like milling around in the background, not really enjoying stuff, kind of keeping her own counsel. But you are gonna see that toward the middle of the night, she goes upstairs with a bag to wherever. If you guys are staying in the hotel, goes up to where Ida's staying. And you open the door. Your sister's at it. So Thomas, you could be eavesdropping on this from down the hall. I'll say, if you want to be part of that.
Yeah, sure. He'll probably be like leaning up, like kind of like leaning woozy against like around the corner or something like that, pretending to be drunk.
You thought you might want this for tomorrow, and she'll hand you a bag, and inside are token leathers in your size. You put this on. Why'd you run away anyway?
I didn't agree with the way things were run there. And Miss Devlin does not stand by deviant ideas.
Now that you spent some time out here on your own, you start to understand why she thinks the way she does?
Yeah, something like that.
I really hope you make a smart decision, because when I'm giving you this, let me just say, this is the last outfit you're ever going to need one way or another. I hope you come
Thought that
home.
might be the way. Well, we all got to come home sometime.
She'll accept you back. She'll forgive you.
Suppose that time will tell on that one, won't it?
She will. And for me, bringing you back, that'll be a feather.
Absolutely. I'm very happy to help you there, Violet. Now, just so you know, I have a job to do. I was hired. I need to get these cattle to where they go. I can't bail on that. I think Miss Devlin will understand.
I think so too. But when you leave, she's going to reach into her pocket and pull out a small set of like knitting shears. Got such pretty hair. Mind if I keep a memento?
Of course. She'll like undo a strand from her braid and kind of pull a piece out and hold it out for
So
Violet.
she'll clip a little chunk of your hair away.
Yeah. Surprised you didn't have that before. Guess I cleaned up better than I thought I did.
She was impressed.
I was always top of my class.
You got any hexing you planning on doing?
Against Gault, absolutely.
What do you have in mind?
Always enjoyed the classics. I was thinking Newt, personally.
Might be hard to step on in the desert, but I guess he ain't going back to normal afterwards unless he got some witchcraft over there to counter it.
And I'm doubting he does.
You could turn him into a turtle, kick him over, let him bake in the sun.
You always were particularly devious, Violet.
I mean, you could turn him into a fish if you want to have some real fun.
He
Turn
won't
him
get to
into-
suffer quite as much that way. I like the turtle idea.
Suppose that's true. See you in the morning. Also, the man you're traveling with, he's funny. Funny men are dangerous.
Some of them are just funny.
No one's just funny.
Yeah, some of them are dumb too.
Well, you said they're men. They're all dumb.
You have a point.
I look forward to seeing you back in black tomorrow.
You have a good night, Violet. Thank you.
She'll walk down the hall.
I think about it this moment, just as this is wrapping up. I think Tom is going to be like, kind of put himself on and like kind of drunkenly and like, Ada, which room is yours?
I'll lean my head out the door and wave at him. Yes, Thomas.
There's my girl.
You're gonna see Ida. Violet's gonna walk down the hallway and go. Just mouth that back at you. And Mr. Catlett is gonna look at us mosey past you on the stairs.
Oh, man.
Thomas, what do you want?
Nothing. It was just a good night, and I wanted to say you're a sweet person, and yeah.
Thank you.
I'm allowed to just be complimentary, my dear. All right.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
See, my aim is always to leave you wordless, and he's gonna turn and walk off.
So where, as you wander off for the night, where's Trenton through all of this?
Did we all like get our own rooms or something?
I think that like the men and folk are
what's
probably
available?
bunking in their own place, and the lady folks probably have a room with a couple beds too. Probably 2 to 4 beds per room.
He's probably like sitting on the end of Barney's bed, like checking him out, like a doctor doing a early check for like anything. It's like looking into his eye, and it's
Mr.
like
Skinner, I'm fine.
how
I'm
many
fine.
fingers am I holding up?
I'm
Well-
not that, like 4, 3. You keep moving them.
Well, do you feel funny? I mean,
It's
you were.
I was
Did you see like a light? Did you go into the light? Like what happened?
I was getting, well, I remember I said goodbye, and then I started, it just hurt a lot, and then I was just about to give up, and then I got all funny feeling, and then I heard the bullets coming out, and that was not good, because I not only heard them, but I felt them coming out through the bone. Like, you ever, when you crack your knuckles and you could hear it, but on the inside? It was like that. But with the dark stuff in there that, I don't know, my guts.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
I'm glad I didn't have to find out what's on the other side.
Do you remember anything that happened before then?
I remember just about everything.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll make you a deal. And trying to pull out Barney's gun and hand it back to him. This is yours. Now, and then he'll pull out the wanted poster. I want you to tell me everything you remember about this man.
And he will proceed to describe the right hand of the devil gun flawlessly to you. Describes him as a big man, very lean though, like a hungry looking man, who is vicious, shoots from the hip, and right-handed, slight lean. He tucks into the shot when he shoots. Let's see what
Train
else.
that kid well.
He's clever. And let me just make a roll to see how clever he is. One sec. Oh damn. Oh damn. Okay, he got a 14 on his memory check. So he'll also be able to describe that he seems very smart. I'll put that out there. But he will be able to describe that he is a bloodthirsty man with an uglified face from wounds. So bloodthirsty as the hindrance. Quick as hell, and looked like he was tough as hell. So translate that across. He's probably got more hitboxes than normal. And probably has combat reflexes. That's about all I could figure. He shot me pretty hard.
Well, you got your gun back now. You ever see him again, you don't hesitate.
I won't. I gotta admit, I'm pretty scared. I don't want to go through that again. But I ain't gonna let you go yourself, like by yourself, sir.
It's all right. You ain't gonna go through that again over my dead body.
Well, let's both hope not, sir.
Tell you what, get some sleep. We'll worry about things we need to worry about in the morning.
And with that, you all head to sleep, get some rest. The next morning, gather up your posse, which consists of 29 of you when it's all said and done. 5 gunmen from the town, 10 gun people from from Black River, 1 witch, 9 members of your crew that had not been captured, including Abby, Luke, Ihane, Ed, Dawn, Ollie, Ashley, Clint, and Barney, as well as the 4 members of your personal posse. With that, you manage to make your way out. No, it doesn't require a track and roll to find your way out to where the gulch that they got these folks at is. It's a big gulch, kind of a, how to describe this place. I will spend the something good happens to be able to have Ihane do some recon because that's what he's good for. So what you will know about the area is, let's see, blah, blah, blah. So it's a steep box canyon, blocked at the entrance with a simple rope fence to keep the cattle in. It's about a day's ride east of where the raiders attacked you by the time you find them. With that, there are dozens of outlaws milling about, all armed to the rotten teeth, with a guard atop each of the nearby bluffs at the canyon mouth. All told, there's at least 40 of them. The odds are not in your favor, but with 29 of you versus 40 some of them, could be worse. Most of all, you were going to be able to be told by Hane that, from what he could see, there are still captives there. Nobody's dead. And best of all, he's going to say to you, the men that are atop the lookouts, they look bored.
Best indeed.
Someone easily creep up. Relieve them of their posts.
Is it evening at this point?
It'll be evening by the time you settle nearby, yeah.
Okay.
I say, set up whatever you're going to do. Go in at dawn. Just enough light to get some shooting. Just enough exhaustion for them to catch it.
I think Violet and I can keep him up overnight and make him even worse off.
I don't want to know that. Whatever you do is your business. I will say, I've been observing. I don't know what you and the others truck with. If you're calling down things from the hunting grounds, it's not worth it. No one should mess with the Manitou.
Looking it off a lot like she's going to say something and then decide better. Mumble under her breath, some of us are nice.
We'll do as we will, but we'll keep you out of it.
Strange place to be. Among witches and warlocks. And gunfighters. And whatever she is.
Hello.
That is the most apt description of Frida I have ever heard. So, yes. I understand. We'll be sure to be out of your hair as quick as we can. But we're going to get your boss back first.
With that, the folks prepare. And you and Violet go off to cast a spell. Which I think is probably the best place to end this one. So we'll be back in 2 weeks for the actual fight. I got to read up on mass combat rules because I'm not rolling for 45 people or something like that.
Ooh,
Yeah, 660,
Yeah.
68 people, something like that. Folks, thank you so much for tuning in this episode of Deadlands Blood Drop. I hope you all had some fun. You all have some good times over there. Daddy Skinner.
Yee, Papa Skinner.
I'm loving the direction that all the stories are going. They're so good.
So good. It's gonna be a good wrap up. I hope everybody I like survives. We've got Captain Texas over here. Where did Ashley say he was from?
I can't remember.
Ashley
Texas
was.
sounds right, but
Well, I know the other one's from Texas.
yeah.
I gotta find this out. Ashley, come on. Where are you? Where are you? I don't even know.
Well, dang hoot nanny.
Dang hoot nanny. It's a whole dang hoot nanny, folks. So, hey, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Deadlands Blood Drive. Really hope you had fun with that. Any words that y'all want to say on your way out of here?
Hoot nanny?
Hoot nanny.
Hoedown.
Hoedown.
Mhm.
All right. I just have
Yeehaw.
almost gassed on. So
You
ye,
can do it.
What?
Ha, ha, ha.
ye and or ha. Folks, thank you so much for
Yee
tuning
and
in.
or ha.
Love you very much. And if you like what we do here, be sure to join the Patreon, like, subscribe, do all those fun things. Quick thank you to my my wonderful patrons who make this happen. My divine producer DM Michael Gray, my demonic producer Soul Omen and Precarious, and my princes of the Patreon, which are of course Terran Buddy, Cubby Gummy, Aeolus, Amberthist, and I think that's it. Hold on. Was that 6? That was 6, right? That was 6. Cubby Gummy, Amberthist. Oh, and Trazalta. Sorry, Traz. You. What was that?
All right, I accidentally hit my chair. My apologies.
It sounded like that sounded like an anime like shing type of like
I know,
blade
right?
sound.
It's like a metal frame over the base of the chair. Sorry about that. I've been avoiding it like the entire time, and then I
All
had
right.
my mic on. Yeah,
So, folks, if you want to join them for as much as $1 a month, you can help the stream run a bit better and move us towards some other cool projects. Like it'll give you access to things like the brand new game that Krista's going to be running on the channel in the next couple months. So that will be a game of Strixhaven, where we're going back to school, and I'm going to see if I can make a mask that with a moving jaw. So we'll see how that goes. But thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah, all right, it'll be fun. We love you very much, and we will see you next time here on Deadlands Blood Drive. Yeehaw!